What's going on, everybody? Eric from Around to It RC, and today we're looking at the Flyzone Hadron airplane. Now this airplane is available in two different formats, receiver ready and transmitter ready. And I have the transmitter ready version sitting here on the table, and of course all you need for the transmitter ready version is a radio to control it and you're in business. And I'll be using my Tactic TTX 650 radio to fly the Hadron while it's in the air. But before we go out to the flying field, let me go ahead and go over the airplane, give you some quick specs, show you what it's all about, talk about the assembly process, and then we'll actually go fly it. Now, you can see this is a delta wing airplane. You have your elevon mixing right here on the wings, and you have rudder control. Now, the really cool feature about this airplane is you also have thrust vectoring control on the motor itself. So you should be able to do some crazy flat spins with this real easy. Now, another thing to note about the airplane, I have a 6x5 prop on the back of it. That's for the 3-cell setup, and you also get a 5x5 prop for a 4-cell setup. So you can fly the 3-cell setup. You should be able to get down to around 15 to 20 miles an hour flying around the field with it. And with the 4-cell setup, in a straight line you should be able to hit about 90 miles an hour with this airplane, which is really cool. Now for the assembly process, it was very easy and straightforward. Of course, you have to attach the rudder to the airplane itself, put your prop on, and also, look at that, a removable magnetic nose cone, and you get 2 of those, by the way, which is pretty neat. You have a magnetic canopy right here to access the battery tray right there for placing your 3 or 4-cell battery in there. And let's take a look at that battery while we're talking about it. The battery that comes with it is a Electrifly 3-cell 11.1 volt 2200 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. And it should give you about 3 minutes of flight time according to the manual, and with a compatible 4-cell around 2200 milliamp hours, you should get about 3.5 minutes there too. Now, you also get a field charging system for your 3-cell battery with the transmitter ready version. This is an Electrifly 3-cell 11.1 volt balancing charger, and you see you get your field battery cable right here. So you're pretty much in business to keep this thing up in the air and flying while you're out there at the flying field. Okay, so let's talk about some of the other things that you have with the airplane, such as the motor that comes with it. This is a 35-36 2200 kV brushless outrunner motor. You also have a 40 amp ESC that's installed in the airplane. All your electronics are pre-installed. And you also get a Tactic 6-channel SLT compatible receiver with this model. That allows me to use my Tactic radio, or with the use of an AnyLink radio adapter, you can use most major brands of radio systems. Okay, now let's talk about the specs of the airplane itself. The wingspan on the airplane is 33.5 inches or 850 millimeters. The length of the airplane, guess what? 33.5 inches or 850 millimeters. And your flying weight's going to be somewhere around 29.6 ounces or 840 grams. Well, this airplane's looking pretty cool. The assembly went well. I've already test flown one of these when I was at CEF last year and on the RC road trip. So I've got a little bit of experience with it, and I can't wait to get it out to the flying field and try it. So with that being said, let's get to the best part of the review. Let's go try it out. Okay, we got the Hadron up in the air. This is the 3S setup right here with the larger prop. And it's just a tad windy today. I'm on low rates, but look at that. It's got very good gliding tendencies right there. Okay, I'm back on the throttle again. How's it look, Candy?
When I can find it, it looks good.
So you've been having trouble keeping it in frame?
Just a little.
All right, here we go. Fast flyby. How was that?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a loop. This is, like I said, this is low rates. And I said earlier that you would probably only get 3 to 3.5 minutes on the flight. Now in the manual it says maybe 5 to 6 minutes. So I would go with that, 5 to 6 minutes. Maybe 3.5 when you're just wide open on the throttle. But it's looking good. Low rates is actually handling very well. Okay. Now, I haven't activated the thrust vectoring. I'm going to do that now. And we're going to go into high rates. And we're going to do that crazy spin. Look at that. Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Okay, well that's the 3S setup. Let's go ahead and bring it in, and let's try the 4S setup. Oh, coming in a little hot. Ooh. Timed that just right, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got the 4-cell set up on the Hadron with the smaller prop. You can obviously hear from the pitch that we do have some more RPM there. Hear it? And that little burst of speed. You didn't lose it, did you, Candy?
No.
Okay. Very fast. You know, I don't have my radar detector with me, but I'm thinking we got some pretty good speed out of this airplane. Very nice, very maneuverable airplane. It's just a little windy today, so I'm having just a tad of trouble with it. Let's do that crazy flat spin. Ready? You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's pull it out. You know, it's kind of making me nervous doing that flat spin. But that was with the thrust vectoring on. You can see you can actually get into some really crazy maneuvers with this airplane. Okay. Very cool. Okay, let's go ahead and bring it in and wrap it up. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
Okay, that was the review in flight of the Hadron airplane made by Flyzone. For more information on this airplane and where you can get it, check out my video notes because it's available online through towerhobbies.com, okay? Well, I hope you enjoyed the flight as much as I did. That flat spin was pretty crazy. It was my first time doing it with this one, so I was just a little bit nervous, but it did pretty well. Anyway, that's it for the review. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed everything today. As always, I'm glad you got to see me. And we'll see you later on the tube. And remember,
Keep on flying.
keep on flying. How's it look, Candy?
When I can find it, it looks good.